What's up guys, ChefDog25 here. So I'm going to go ahead and do a video that's been long awaited. It's going to be part of my Buy A series. This one is going to be Buy A Wii. I got my notes taken down right here. And basically I'm going to do what I did in my Buy an Xbox 360 and Buy a PlayStation 3. Sorry if I'm not looking at the lens. You guys are probably used to it by now since I never do. I always look at what I'm making sure I'm in the actual camera and everything like that. So bear with me here. So I'm just going to go off my list of what came off in my head first. Online play. Nintendo's lacking in online play. I had a lot of trouble with Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart at first, and sometimes I still have problems sending messages, receiving Wii's. Generally, it can be a problem sometimes. Now they have bettered it. They have made it better. Wow, sorry. They've made it a little bit easier. When I played against 60 XL from YouTube, things seem to be going pretty smooth sailing. I still have problems with Super Smash Brothers online. I don't know if it's the certain game or I don't know. Maybe so many people are playing it that possibly the networks are just not running right. Could it be my internet? I don't know. Very well could be my internet. Now, you got your wireless, and then which I think is bullshit is the LAN adapter that you have to purchase to get a wired connection. Why wouldn't you just put an Ethernet port on the back of the Wii? Come on. That's something that really kind of pissed me off. I prefer my consoles hardwired if I can. I just feel like it's a better connection and it just causes less problems. But I don't have an option right now since my HD TV is out in the family room, and I got my wireless router in the computer room or gaming room, whatever I call it. It just depends on the day. So I have to stick wireless. But at one point I did buy the LAN adapter, and it went well, and then I moved the Wii out there, and it's no longer it's no longer needed anymore. So it was a wasted $25 or whatever I spent on it. So online play is iffy. It just depends on the day, I guess, and the game. There's a lot of work to be done. I wish they had voice chat. I wish that you didn't have to deal with these number bullshit. You add their number, they have to add your number, then wait like an hour, and then you can send messages. I'm not a fan of their online at all. It's a pain in the ass, honestly. The Xbox and PlayStation 3 blow it away when it comes to online play, and it's just more of a hassle to deal with than anything. I have a lot of YouTubers giving their Wii numbers, and if it's not lost within you know, my messages, it's just, I have so many, it's just kind of hard to really go through and put all the freaking numbers in, because it's so freaking annoying to just put numbers in there. Why can't you just have a username and you add it like the Xbox and the PlayStation 3? I don't understand why they had to make it so difficult. And you have to have a Super Smash Brothers different code, then you have to have a Mario Kart code. Can you seriously just make everything one thing and make it easy? No, they couldn't. That's where my frustration lies with Nintendo, and why they made it so difficult, and why it had to be such a pain in the ass. I don't understand it. Maybe I never will. Whatever. Secondly, web browser. I did rate that down. I like the web browser. I think it runs great when the internet is connected. It's nothing that I'll ever be doing to surf the web. I've tested it out just to test it out, but I got my computer and I got our two laptops here if I want to get on the internet. I don't need to be surfing the web on the Wii, but it is a plus for some people. Some people actually do use it, which is very cool. I'm glad they added that in. It's one thing that I wish the Xbox 360 had, because PlayStation 3 has a web browser too. But they added that in, they implemented it for people who could get a lot of use out of it. Say kids who don't have a computer but they have a Wii at home and that's connected to the internet. That's a pretty cool feature for them. So good job on that, Nintendo. Wow, my thumb bends. Do you see this? Doesn't stick straight up like anybody else's. Does anybody else have that problem where their thumbs bend? Anyway, off topic. So, controls. I'm a big fan of the controls, except for Super Smash Brothers, and there are a select few games that kind of piss me off. But Super Smash Brothers was a big pain in the ass for the Wii controls. But for everything else, it's pretty simple. You have, I don't know where my Wiimote is, or Wiimotes are. You have the wand here. Sorry that took so long there. Oops. So you have the Wiimote. I should have been prepared. I apologize. You got your Wiimote, and then you have your nunchuck. And you got your sword motions. Move your character around with this. Shoot, fire. Your A button. You got your A button. You got your diagonal pad. Home, plus and minus, 1 and 2. Z, power. Or wait, B, sorry, that's B. Z, C, and then your joystick. I like the implement. I like how it is. I like boxing, bowling, just throw it. Baseball, you don't need the nunchuck. You swing. I like it. I like how they make it interactive. I like how that makes you get up and move. It's great for kids and great for family fun. It makes you move, makes you get up and use those muscles you haven't used for quite a while. So whether it is a minuscule movement sometimes, it's still better than just smashing buttons. So good job on controls, Nintendo. You did an awesome job on that. Various accessories. Now I'm a big fan. I had a lot of people bitching about accessories and all this different stuff. They're like, oh, they're just trying to market it, yada, yada, yada. Yes and no. There is like a Nerf pack out for the Wii Sports where you can have a bat where you put the Wiimote in, make it more realistic, a golf club, a tennis racket. I thought it was pretty cool. I bought my little brother the set just for something for his Wii when he got it for Christmas, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty unique. It does make it a little easier for you. Yeah, it's not needed, but it's a nice novelty. Wheels for your Wii. This is for Mario Kart. How awesome is it to just steer like this? Don't you ever get tired in racing games when you have to use your analog or whatever? This makes it more realistic. I like it, and you don't have to spend $100 on a wheel. Put out things like this. This makes it more realistic. Here, there's one of my Wiimotes, by the way. A handgun for your shooting games. You don't get this with any other system. Yeah, you get the Gun Con with Time Crisis 4, but I've heard it doesn't work very well. There you go. Got your nunchuck going right there. Wii Zapper, same thing. They make it more realistic. They make the controls better with the accessories that you can get, and I think it's a great move by Nintendo. Why not market it? Why not, if you're going to make a unique control system, why not market it to where you can have more interactive things? Guns, bats, whatever you can think of. Why not do it? It is a genius move, and I highly support all their accessories. Obviously, I have quite a few. So A+ Nintendo, A+. Now the cost is the cheapest, $249.99. You get the pair of controllers, you get your controller and your nunchuck, you get a game. Whether it is Wii Sports or not, you get a game. You don't have to buy a game as soon as you get the Wii from retail store. You don't have to. It's added in. Very cool. But $250 for a system is amazing, considering you got the PlayStation 3 at 480 gig at 5, and you got the Xbox at 280, which is pretty comparable, except you don't get a hard drive. So basically $350 and $450, it's a pretty good deal, and it's well worth it. Yeah, you spend a lot of money in accessories, but you're going to do that with any other system also. So the price point is great. It's the lowest. It attracts people because it's cheaper. So Nintendo did well there. Another thing, Wii Play. I wrote Wii Play down because they give you another 9 mini games for $10 plus a controller. So you get bundles from Nintendo, which is really cool. Wii Fit, they're doing something about the obesity in the United States. They're making an effort to help that. Instead of sitting on your ass mashing buttons all the time, you can get up and do yoga and strengthening and balance games, stuff to keep you in shape. And sometimes people don't have all the time to get out there and do any workouts. So if they're at home, Wii Fit's a great way to do it. Yeah, you may not burn as much weight as quick as you would working out, but at least Nintendo's doing something to improve a national problem or a world problem. So I thought it was very cool with the way they're going with that. Game selection. Now, granted, when I got mine at the end of 2006, December 27, 2006, there's no games really for it except Zelda. That was really about it, and it didn't get played. Now they have Mario Party 8. Trauma Centers were fun. They had Mario Kart, obviously, is a blast. Super Smash Brothers, big hit. Super Mario Galaxy, another big hit. Red Steel was good. Tried to bring a Resident Evil game to the Wii, which I honestly didn't think was very good, but some people might have liked it. Super Paper Mario was a big hit. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot of games, but it's a lot of games that'll keep you interested in it for quite a while. Plus their virtual console selection. Genesis games, TurboGrafx-16, Super Nintendo, NES, Nintendo 64. Get your point cards and you can play the old school games. I personally have a bunch of those in cartridge, so I don't need to buy them, but there is a couple that I did purchase that I don't have in cartridge. That's pretty cool, and they're well priced, honestly. So if you don't have the full-on games from the retail store, they give you quite a bit of a selection that continues to grow on the virtual console. So they're doing quite well there. They'll get some more games pumped out. It is rumored that there's going to be a Kid Icarus game, a Kirby game, and an Animal Crossing game. And it's also rumored that Miyamoto will be putting out his last Zelda. I don't know, that's a rumor, but if that happens, yes. So obviously I'm a huge Zelda fan. It's my #1 genre, or not genre, but my #1 franchise. Wow, this is going on 13 minutes and I still have 3 things left to talk about. Graphics. You're not going to get HD out of it. People claim that they think they can get HD out of it. You're not going to. Yeah, you can get HD component cables. It's going to make it look a little better, but it will not be HD. This thing was not built to be graphically enhanced or graphically amazing, so you won't be buying it for graphics. Graphics are nice, they're decent, but they're not Xbox 360 or PS3. Sorry, a lot of talking. I like how Nintendo stays true to their family and the kids. They put out quite a few games that will give a lot of family interaction and still still match with the kids today. They didn't have to put a bunch of mature rated games to stick with the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. They're winning the battle, and it's not because they have mature games to draw in that crowd. It's because it's very family oriented and there's a bunch of games for kids to play. So kudos to you, Nintendo, for sticking true to what you've always been. And the last thing I have on here is I like the backwards compatibility for GameCube. If anybody even owns much GameCube stuff anymore, I personally like the GameCube. But it's cool that they give you backwards compatibility, put the 4 GameCube ports and the memory card, GameCube memory card readers on it. Very cool. They took care of the people who have GameCube games left over, so that's awesome. They took care of their customers, and as far as the previous generation. So that's all the positives on the Wii. The only real lacking part is is it doesn't have a lot of games to choose from, in my opinion. It's got a few, but not enough to say, you know, it's got more exclusives or anything. I mean, Mario Kart, Super Smash Brothers, Galaxy, Super Paper Mario, will only carry it so far. Nintendo needs to keep coming out with games and everything else and can improve their online play. As long as they got those two things coming out, they will survive and continue to beat the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360's ass. So that is why you would want to buy a Wii. This is ShepDog25. Peace out.